Alright.
And we're recording.
Okay. You do it?
Now we're gonna have to watch. See the little second thing up there? Can you see it?
Okay.
Can you see
Hi,
it? 'Cause
welcome
I
to...
can't read it.
But let's not waste 10 seconds now.
My eyes are not so good.
Gay and Gayer, episode 2.
Viewing public.
I
I don't see well, smell well, taste well, or feel well while we're on the subject.
No one really feels well around Andy Ratto. Alright, we're gonna go right into our subjects.
First one is very serious about Gay and Gayer.
I am. It's a passion of mine.
This is gonna launch us. We're gonna get a VH1 reality show.
VH1, that's what you're shooting for?
MTV. I don't know. What are the kids watching?
Neither
these
of those,
days?
not. Like Bravo. We'll get Bravo.
Okay, Bravo, Gay and Gayer. The unfiltered, unvarnished viewpoints of two urban, cultured, sophisticated.
Or something.
That's-
Okay,
that's
I'm
what
trying to
pretend
think we
to
should
be.
cross off for number 1 because no one's really going to understand it.
Well, why?
Maybe we should do a poll. Email us if you think you know why drag queens have a weird love for Andy Ratto. Because we've realized this after going to drag shows for months and months and months that certain drag queens, especially, have some weird inherent attraction to Andy Ratto. And any attraction related to Andy Ratto is unexplained, but this one in specific is particularly weird.
Particularly baffling to Brian Ray.
Absolutely, and I think Steve a little bit too.
Brian has no idea how anyone can be attracted to me. How is that even possible? Can't imagine it.
Who was the one that was the country Erica Lee Foster?
Oh yeah.
From S&M this past Tuesday. It was very particularly.
That was a little
Andy.
awkward because I had to rebuff. I had to like literally. I had to tone it down a little bit. I had to give her the.
Moving on. I don't think
Give
there's
it
not
a-
much we can do with that.
I had to put the brakes on that one.
The next subject Andy was
The
talking about
train
is
was moving a little too fast.
the queer community size, which he thinks I have a big issue with, and I really don't
Well,
think
he's
I do.
just wrong.
No, I'm right, obviously. And you go into this more. Like, tell me what is my issue? What's your
Okay.
issue?
Ideally, in an ideal world that Steve Holdsworth wants to exist,
Uh-huh.
that will probably not exist, but we'll talk for a second ideally. The world, the queer community, it would be everyone. There would be the trans, and
Well, not straight people.
I'm saying the queer community. It would be
Right.
all the little queers.
Right.
And we'd probably let in the people who were polygamists and...
No, that's not the same thing. Because they're having sex with men having sex with women, therefore straight. And like far be it like a kinky kind of straight, but they're still
Polygamy
straight.
can be a one person shacked up with people of multiple genders.
Well, then they're bisexual.
That's who's making the big case. The bisexuals say, I want a lifetime with the man and the woman I'm in love with. And if you gays get the man you're in love with, then I get the man and the woman I'm in love with. And right now the answer is no polygamists, no bisexuals. We're going to fight for gay marriage, and you're not going to be able to marry the two people that you love.
And you think Steve argues that they should be included in the queer community?
Yes.
Because I don't. Like,
A
I mean,
bisexual who wants a long-term...
well, I don't believe in bisexuality.
Well,
so
then you're just being silly.
No, it's sorry. You are attracted to more so one or the other. I'm not saying you can have a little bit of attraction to one or the other, but you need to pick. You need to decide, bisexuals of the world. Stop screwing up my whole sexuality.
Clearly, the next episode about Gay and Gayer will be telling Brian how wrong he is about
I'm
sexuality.
gonna.
But anyway,
hate
so
it. I don't care.
ideally,
Pick one.
Ideally, the queer community would be everyone of any non-straight persuasion. It's not straight and narrow, and we'd all be friends. We'd all hang out together. We'd all care about each other, and we'd all fight for each other.
And I do.
Now, I'm not really opposed to this per se. I mean, there might be people in the sexual kingdom that I would want to associate with socially. God love them, but
We don't have a lot of lesbian friends, but we're not opposed to them. We go to Novak's.
we do go to Novak's.
Steve has a lot of lesbian friends who we know and we have spent time with, and we don't have a problem with that. Though we don't have a lot in common with them, so we don't have a lot of. I mean, you kind of have some lesbian tendencies, but
it's the hair. What I do think though is that most gay men, a majority of gay men, do not think of themselves as part of a queer community. They think of themselves as being part of a gay male community.
see, disagree.
So, Brian, being a little club kid and spending his time with the small number of clubby gays who are at the complex on Saturday nights and Tuesday nights,
quality
thinks he is now mapped out his little personal experience onto the entire world. And he thinks that everyone is like him.
No, I don't think. No, I will totally acknowledge that there is this group of I'm super butch. I'm only with dudes. dude, bro, what's up? I'm homo and you're homo too, and let's go do butch things and have sex. Like, I will acknowledge they exist. I just don't think they're in the majority. I don't think they're in the right. And I'm on top of that, like, I think my biggest issue with them is the fact that they are so convinced they're superior to the more comfortable with ourselves, more accepting, obviously superior Club Kid Gay. That's all. Who is part of a large queer community. Because we have accepted the reality of the world and the fact that, you know, we are a large family as opposed to just this weird, small, sup bro group.
See, I didn't understand why Brian has to hate on the gay guys who like to hang out with other gay guys.
No, I'm not hating on them. They can do that.
You were
as long as they
hating on
acknowledge that they are part of this big group and they don't think that their little tiny insignificant group is like the superior one. Because a lot of them do. Not all of them. I'm not gonna say, you know, any absolutes, but there's a lot of them do think that, okay, well, my tiny little super butch gay world is the perfect gay world and it's the only gay world and everyone else is just queenie and I don't know, whatever.
I think if you're not hanging out with lesbians and transsexuals, then you're not part of that larger queer community. Just
Well,
by
I do.
definition of being gay doesn't make you part of that community.
Yes, it does.
You have to interact with the community to be part of the community. If you're the only black person in a city, you're not part of this large black community that exists in other places. You're just not part of it. You have
First
to
off, that city
participate.
doesn't exist. Secondly,
You don't
you
think
are
that
still
there's
part of
cities
the
where-
black. You are still connected to Mother Africa somehow.
You're not, though.
Yes, you are.
Not in a meaningful community.
Moving
way.
on, 'cause this is a stupid argument that I've obviously already won.
So I know most of you watching Gay and Gayer probably have some lesbian friends, and
The
some
four of
tranny
you.
friends.
The
But lots
59.
of gay guys, they have jobs, they work a 9 to 5, maybe they go to a bar after work, or they go home, but they're not at the complex. Where are they meeting these
We're already at
lesbians?
7 minutes. You need to hurry and move on.
Where are they
This is
meeting these
dumb.
lesbians and trannies? And maybe it's a problem that we're not intermingling, but you're not just picking them up off the street. Most people predominantly have straight friends because, you know, there's more of them than us. And if you
I
pick up-
don't.
I know you're not like most people.
Oh, whatever.
You need to realize this. It's true. Moving on. I can't read.
Andy wants to discuss, and I wasn't going to discuss this because I don't think it's that interesting, but I ironically have with quite a few other people, so it's interesting to somebody. Gay males having sex with female-to-male transvestites, which trannies is a subject we brought up
Transvestite
before.
is not the-
I'm sorry, not transvestite. I was wrong about that, and I've had to correct other people, so I'm sorry that I used that. Transsexual. A female who identifies as a gay male, which I've only recently become aware exists.
Wacky. I know. It's a little
It's not
wacky.
wacky. You know, I think it makes sense because you have the right to identify as whatever you want to in this world. You know, if you
Mother
regardless
Nature
of
is
how
a mad scientist.
regardless of how you were born physically, you can identify as whatever kind of sexuality you want. And there are apparently people that are born female that don't feel that was right.
Yeah.
And they are identifying as gay males, and as not I shouldn't say actual gay male, that sounds bad. As males were born male and have now identified as gay males, would we have sex with them, and how would the mechanics of that work?
I think I
Go
would.
Andy Brando. You would.
I mean, certainly we both have met people that have passed as male.
I
even though-
have. I'm not gonna bust anybody out, but I have
We
been
know you're out
fooled
there.
from
Props.
I've
Props.
been fooled. I'm saying, like,
Props.
if you are an F to M who identifies as a gay male who knows me, fooled me for months. I had no idea. So good for you.
So just obviously, then I could find those types of people attractive. And be willing
Yeah,
to
and
take
then
them
I did
home.
think he was attractive. Or these people, I'm not going to say anybody specific, but these people were attractive. Gay males.
Yes.
Well, I didn't go for them, and then
So it's like
Going
if they
bedroom
have the
size.
point where they can get you home to the bedroom, then
they should have informed me before that. I mean, in all honesty.
yeah. But if that is dropped in my lap, dude, got a vagina, I don't think I would run fleeing. I think I would still have sex.
It would not with the vagina.
Not necessarily in the vagina.
No. I don't think
I
don't
would
know.
probably maybe at least once. What's the harm?
I'm seriously unattractive and grossed out by the vagina.
You doing that is you telling them that they're not fully male.
No,
You're
I think
taking
they
away
have
their maleness.
they have the right to
realize you're
identify
doing
as
that.
male, but on a physical
But you're
sexual
saying
level.
I disagree. Brian disagrees.
I agree with how you can identify it. I agree with how I'm going to perceive you. But you have a vagina, and I'm not going to stick it in. I'm sorry. It's